And back to the action. Talmadge versus Hoban. Talmadge strikes first in the first, marching 80 yards in 12 plays to take a 7-0 lead. But Hoban would capitalize on turnovers by Talmadge, taking a 17-7 lead in the second quarter. The teams traded field position in the third before Talmadge added a late touchdown to make it 17-14, but Hoban holds on to win by that score and advances to the state semifinals. 17-14 is your final. Division 4 and 11-1 New Lex taking on 11-1 Martins Ferry. First quarter, no score, and New Lexington playing the great defense. Brett Weising with the interception, and he brings it back inside the 20. That set up a touchdown. Quarterback Clint Cannon calls his own number. New Lexington led 7-0. Second quarter, New Lexington up 14-6. Martins Ferry coming back. Jeremy Murray takes it 7 yards in for the touchdown. We would need overtime to get a winner, and New Lexington goes on to win it 21-14. Region 21 final, Hopewell Loudon against St. Paul. First quarter, St. Paul quarterback Eric Schwederman hits Dan Tracht for a 14-yard touchdown, but Hopewell Loudon is quick to counter. Quarterback Tyler Brown gonna pitch it to Andrew Brinkner, who gets in for the touchdown. 7-7 ball game. Chieftains strike again. Tyler Brown hits Brickner for a 4-yard touchdown. It was 14-7 at the half. Brickner had 4 touchdowns in this game. Loudon goes on to win 42-21. We stay in Division 6, top seed Hannibal River taking on second-seeded Malvern. This is the opening kickoff. Not a good way to start for River. They fumble. Malvern recovers deep in the Pilot territory. Malvern QB Tyler Tucci takes it in from 8 yards out for the touchdown run. 6-0. The extra point was blocked. Later in the first, after another River turnover on 4th down, Tucci hits Zach Johnson. Johnson in for the score. 14-0 Malvern after the 2-point try is good. It's now 20-0 Malvern. River QB Dylan Potts on 4th down scrambles, switches fields, and he's in for 6 points. 20-7. Malvern still leads. Potts scored twice in the second. It was 20-14 Malvern at the break. Later in the third, Malvern's Tucci finds Vince Larson. It's another Hornets touchdown. This one not very close. Malvern all over River, 38-14. One of the biggest games in the state this weekend, regardless of divisions. Stallions, Leopards, DeSales, Louisville. Not a good start for Louisville. The Leopards, they go 3 and out on their first 3 possessions. Josh Kazan gets the sack. And then on offense, Kazan gets the call, the ball, and the score. 4 yards on the touchdown, 7-0 DeSales. More Kazan later in the first quarter. No one going to touch him on this 33-yard trot to Pater. 14-zip Stallions. More great D. Neil Seaman's pass, tipped, picked, Adam Griffin. DeSales would later add a field goal off that turnover, 17-0 in the second. But here comes the Leopards. It's Seaman to Bob Swigert over the middle, and then watch the spin move. Oh, yeah, he's in. After DeSales fumble, Louisville recovers and then scores again on this quarterback draw by Seaman. 17-14, but you know what? That's as close as they got. DeSales moves on to the state semis. 38-21 is your final. All right, guys, JJ, let's start with you. You picked Louisville, then you went back to DeSales. You stuck with DeSales when it counted. Why did you take them, and what did you make of their Stallions win tonight?
Well, the defense is one of the real reasons that they got pressure this year where they didn't last year. And also, once Louisville made their run to get close, DeSales had an answer each time by getting the scoring drive to keep them at bay. And that kind of kills your momentum once you score, and then they come back and score right on you again.
Jerry, Hoban had an up-and-down regular season, but they've been right on target when it counts in the playoffs.
Yeah, but maybe inconsistent, but you can tell how much upside they have. That 17-point win in week 2 against Walsh Jesuit, that just that showed you how good Hoban can play football. But Talmadge's offense, I think good, not great at all. In fact, we saw Medina Highland highlights earlier. They lost to them 2-3. Anytime you keep a team to 3 points, you want to be able to beat them. Talmadge couldn't score enough points tonight.
Back to DeSales real quick. We thought about this possible game, Louisville-DeSales, as the state championship game in essence in D2. You think DeSales makes it all the way now?
Oh, there's a good chance. They're going to get to the state final, I think, if they can get by Anderson and repeat what they did during the regular season.
All right, well, straight ahead on the Grange Insurance High School sports side, can the Big Red hold off an attack from the Perry Pirates? The answer forthcoming right here on ONN, Ohio's channel for high school sports.